Welcome to this short instructional video about being a survey builder in Mappus. Now, once you have an administrative login, you'll see an orange box appear on the left-hand menu. If you click into that, you'll have an advanced option, which is Manage Survey. As a survey builder, you have the option to create new competencies, questions, and resource types to create a survey that's unique to your customers or respondents. You should be able to see your survey accessible to you, and you have the option of adding in information about your survey. You can add a short description, you can change the title of your survey. You also have the option of adding in a default welcome message that will be shown to the majority of your group. You have the option to enter in some text that will be shown in an email. If you choose that your respondents, as part of the survey, should enter their email, then they will be able to get their result sent to them. You have the option of adding in a contact person, so somebody that in case of questions or technical difficulties that your group can email or contact to ask questions, or maybe for press inquiries. Once you've created the framework for your survey, given it a name, given it a description, added in a contact person, you have the option to add content. Now, if we start in the competencies, these are the elements that are shown in the result in the competency wheel. And you have the option of creating new competencies by clicking on the blue button. What you will see is that you have the option to create an order. So that's ascending order starting from the top right and going clockwise. You have the option of adding in a title and a definition of your competency and adding an even longer description. You can choose what color your competency should have. You can accompany it with an icon from our Font Awesome database, where there are many different icons to choose from. And you can relate it to the questions in your survey. Now, going into these questions, you have the option to create several different question types. Again, clicking New Question will generate the option of an additional box, but we can see here that in the same way as competencies, when you create a new question, you have the option to order it, give it a title, add in content and sub-content, which will be shown slightly smaller underneath. You can even add in some custom styling. If you need to, for example, add in a signature color or maybe a button. You have the option of equipping the question with a correct score so that you require your respondent to answer correctly before moving on. You can decide whether there is a manual confirmation or an automatic confirmation when they select their answer. You can also decide whether you want to lock their answer or give them the option to change their answer as they're taking the survey and go back and forth. There are different layout options, different styling options as to your type of question. You can choose between 4 standard options. There's a grid of wrappable boxes, which are very good for multiple choice or icons. There's a list, so a row of options, maybe the most typical. Then there's a circle option, where instead of text, you can add in images or icons, which are your question answer options. Or you can choose a row of icons in a rating system. For example, if you want them to decide to which degree this question is relevant for them. You can also select that they must select one or more options. You can tell them that they can select a maximum of, for instance, 3 out of 4 answer options. You have the possibility to end the survey with a question. This is often not an actual question, but a slide that tells them that they're now at the end of the survey, and they can click the button above to access their results. It's a way of telling them that now, or from now on, their answers will be locked and their result will be generated. There are also options of indicating whether the question should be a filter. The filter is relevant to creating reports later. So a filterable option could, for instance, be asking about their gender or their age or their work type. Now that's the main body of your question or of your presentation slide. Now you have the option to add in different answer types. Let's look at one of the ones that has that. If you see here, there are different options. You have, again, the ability to title your answer option, give it a short description. You can add a score if you've required a correct minimum score for them to proceed. You can order your options. You can decide that if they answer in a particular way, they jump to a different question. So they can, for instance, bypass questions that are irrelevant to them if they've answered in a certain manner. You have the option of adding in icons and images, and you can even provide some feedback so that when they click on that answer type, they'll see an immediate feedback, for instance, well done or try again. You can create as many questions as you like under the question management and combine the different graphics and answer and question options in whichever way you'd like. In addition to creating competencies and questions, you can also add resources by clicking the purple New Resource under your resource menu. Now, these are typically additional information, helpful links, or tips to your user to help them improve on what the survey has been measuring on. You also have the ability to create your own taxonomy. So this is the visualization that users are presented with when they're given a result, so that they can see how proficient they are in comparison to other users or other users in similar groups, or so that they have a progression to aspire to, so that they can see once they've taken the survey or the test later on, have they improved or are they at the same proficiency level as how they started out?